How many times have you come back from work thinking you'll reinvent your life, cook a meal, only to take a bag of Doritos to bed? Ever settled for a breakfast bar instead of the whole spread of eggs, toast, and OJ? And on the flip side, if it looks gorgeous, it costs a bomb? Serial daters would know the pain of eating out. The real perfect match question is #does she even split? Doesn't it seem like there's great food all around and yet it's such a struggle to eat well every day? Well, great news. In the future, we will be eating good food at the click of a button. Not just the Zomato button, but the click of a 3D printer button. In the future, 3D printing will turn out each meal at par with Michelin star level. Not just that, 3D printing is actually set to be the savior of the planet and its people. And by 2050, we will roughly be about 10 billion people. 3D printers will be able to supplement the huge food demand by making use of cheap, sustainable food like insects and print them into gorgeous-looking dishes. Plus, they'll lead to zero waste by utilizing the food materials that usually get thrown out during manufacturing. So, now that the future looks bright, how does it work? For food to be 3D printable, the golden rule is if you can puree it, you can print it. One can simply put a dough or chocolate-filled cartridge into the printer to make cookies, pancakes, pizzas. You think of it, it prints it, layer by layer, to form a 3D food object. But the excitement doesn't just end at printing food instead of cooking it. 3D food printing will change the world as we know it. Parents and kids won't fight off each other on finishing off the greens on their plate because in the future, broccoli spinach mash could be printed out to look like candies. For all those who keep track of the day in vitamins, minerals, and supplements, your 3D printer will be able to customize your meals to your dietary needs. Think your daily workout smoothie topped off with the exact 0.3 grams potassium you need. While upgrading to the 3D printer life is still a bunch of years away, some commercial ones are already in the market, making us feel like we're living in a surreal sci-fi flick. A company named Natural Machines is working on getting their preservatives-free, pre-filled food capsules to supermarkets. These printable capsules will have longer shelf life. Another Android-powered mean machine, Foodini, can print food as thin as 0.5 millimeters. Think wafers that are lighter than air. Loved by Michelin star chef Paco Perez for its precision printing, the Foodini is the genie that granted the chef his culinary genius, the sea coral, a dish made from caviar, sea urchins, hollandaise sauce, egg, and a foam of carrot. So, all those who travel the world in food, add La Enotica in Barcelona as your next culinary hotspot to sample the sea coral. Besides fine dining, there are 3D printers that are hopping over allergy barriers, like the Wasp, a printer from Italy that prints gluten-free products. For people with gluten allergy, this is a blessing straight from higher powers. Imagine finally being to eat all those pastries and savories without popping an anti-allergic. As humanity hits new highs in long-distance space travel, astronauts on these real long-haul flights need something more appetizing than freeze-dried packaged food for years. NASA has recently granted $1 million to BHEX, a Silicon Valley startup, to create a 3D food printer that can be used to print fresh, delish food like pizza in space. Once 3D printing becomes a way of life, the next cool change will be all of us subscribing to get access to a digital cloud for recipes from where we can download and print exotic food. Who knows, instead of music piracy, we live in the world of recipe piracy. But trust Diwali gifting to kill this excitement too. Because by 2050, we'll be passing parcels of 3D food printers we got on Diwali as wedding gifts.